close, you know, but they're not able to win the final game or stick it through. You know, do I have confidence in Cure to win 3 in a row against Soulkey right now? No, to be honest. I really do not, but let's see if what the coach had to say to him has some effect here. We're going into King Sejong Station. It's going to be set number 3. Cure versus Soulkey. Cure right now down 0-2. He's on his final life. Let's jump into that game right now. Up here in the top left, in the blue, the Terran player who's down 0-2. He's Cure.
Down here to the bottom right, it is TCM Soulkey. Thank you for that tweet, my fellow follower, my friend. I couldn't believe I forgot his team name, but you know, we don't actually see many TCM players as well.
Yeah, that's part of the reason.
That is my excuse. I just
of course, you know, it's not really that well known. I mean,
there's only one player in that team, right? And we see a very paranoid drone scout from Soulkey looking for those proxies. He knows that Cure might be desperate at this point. Now that he's down 2 games, facing elimination already in the Star League.
Yeah, I like this. It's just safe. You're up 2-0. You want to close it out as fast as possible. You don't want to lose any dumb games. Just be safe. This opens you up to, you know, going that hatch first, being safe that way. And you can even harass on that barracks SCV and just be annoying in general. You can find some worth out of this little drone with that scout.
Little fella. He's going to be like, oh, okay, you're going back to your basics, Cure. You're going to be going for the 1 Rax expand. From there, I'm sure we're going to see actually a very greedy Soulkey. In fact, a gasless Soulkey, which is what I love to see. What a great sort of strategy choice. Okay, as I say that. Damn it! I wanted to see gasless.
That burns.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we're going to still see quite a number of queens from Soulkey. Just you can get them just a little bit easier if you make no gas. You know what I mean, Valdez? You
yeah,
know what I mean,
I'm
man?
On your page, man.
Thanks,
I was
dude.
agreeing with you.
Yeah, I know you were, man. I know. And it's a bummer that it didn't work out. But we'll get through this.
Is there any merit to the idea that he could possibly go aggressive off of 2 base with that gas, or you think this is just straight speed?
I think if he had to go on gas before pool, there'd be merit to it. But considering he got it just a little bit later, he won't get speed out as quickly. It'll be maybe a 10-15 seconds slower, and it just won't.
It just doesn't quite line up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's not as streamlined as something Life would do with the same sort of build. And seeing actually an aggressive Marine, which is cute.
This is like that chrono boosted out Zealot, except a lot less effective.
Yeah, except it has to turn around and run home when the queen is nearly out.
Yeah. That Zealot is so cheeky, by the way. Parting does that all the time.
Oh yeah, I love
so
seeing Zerg players that can surround it and pull the drones that are getting hit. So he actually loses nothing and he loses the Zealot for nothing. That's like the kind of micro that turns me on, Valdez.
You said it, man.
Gets me going.
That's why we all watch StarCraft, for those moments.
Yep. That's what I watch, man.
Yep. And I love the direction, actually, that Blizzard is taking in Legacy of the Void. You know, right now it's the beginning of the closed beta. There are some very powerful units. You know, maybe Protoss isn't in the best place right now, but it's okay. Everything is going to be balanced out eventually once it gets released. And just where they're going with the faster pace game right in the beginning, all those very micro-heavy units. I definitely agree with Artos. He said, like, the Adept, the idea of it is, like, really cool, really awesome, but it's just, like, not quite there in terms of balance. You know, maybe not strong enough.
Right. Some people have just said it's basically a Reaper for Protoss, and it kind of becomes useless like a Reaper does. Like, when Speedlings are out, it's just not going to find anything. It doesn't really have any sort of place after the early game, which I can definitely see being true.
Yeah, I mean, unless, well, I don't know. I don't think there's any viability to the idea of like upgrading them at the Twilight Council and massing them against anything. Like that doesn't really make much sense to me, at least in the current meta where things are 4 days into the beta.
Sure, yeah. We got a long way to go. You don't have to worry too much about how everything's going to turn out or why things are the way they are.
Yeah, for sure.
Give it about 6 months and we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, we got a lot of time.
Yeah.
I am liking the carriers, though. A lot of fun. Very strong.
Yeah, they are very strong.
The Protoss is one hope right now for playing the beta.
Well,
can you take the carrier safely, or do you die?
Do you die to the Cyclone? Stay tuned.
It's the name of the game.
Yeah, well, Soulkey looked like he was going to go for that 2-base sort of muta style, but then he got his scout off and he was like, you know what, I can cancel that spine crawler and get that 3rd base going. And that's exactly what he's going to do. But he's going to be up against the same kind of style that we did see in Game 1 with the Hellion Banshee and maybe an Armory added a little bit later. We'll see.
Looks like he's made 2 extra queens for now, spreading that creep. He's even going to sacrifice an Overlord here. Oh. Changes his mind. Wants to keep it alive.
Let's see if we see a Spore go down, because he's going to need one, or he's going to take a lot of damage. We do see
making an Overseer.
Yeah, could help. Could help. If the queens are in position. And there's the Spore. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go, mate.
Okay. And Spire's nearly finished. Okay. Muta's going to be on the way nice and quick. And that 3rd CC, I think, will be planted very shortly as well. We do see a lot less, Overlords over the 3rd base dropping creep like we used to. Bit of a shame. Missed those times. Can delay a 3rd base for so long if it gets like that full creep spread and no Marines go out there to stop it.
Soulkey being very smart not to move his drones down. Oh, let's see the Hellion Micro here.
Ooh, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Wait, hold on.
Oh, he's getting a nice position here. Oh, but that one was very, very low. So Soulkey, in fact, is going to be able to clean this up. There we go. 6 Hellions for 19 Lings. It's going to totally shut down that Hellion harass.
Yeah, it's going to give the map control essentially back to Soulkey for now. It's going to be able to send Lings out in the map. Ooh, even finding a Banshee. We'll see actually how aggressive he's going to be. He might actually force the 3rd CC to lift up.
I think he definitely can. Kira has lost a lot with that attack. He pretty much lost all the units. He's been powering up. He's making a lot of barracks, and he's finally transitioning into bio, but he just doesn't quite have it yet. And look at this. Soulkey's going to go aggressive at the wall. Tons of Banelings being morphed. There are 14 Lings, or not Lings, 16 Marines out on the map right now.
Yeah, this is actually one thing we should have picked up on when we saw how late those Evos were actually being. And I think he's going to, might even just end the game right now, but he's going to do so much SCV damage. This could very well be it. There's a lot of Marines at the top of that ramp.
He was thinking about going up there, but he's saving it because he's totally gained control of this natural. He's going to force Kier to come down, and that's when he tries to go for the killing blow, but these Banes are very slow. They're being picked off one by one by that Banshee.
Oop. Marines trying to look for it.
Nice splits out of Kier.
I mean, look how much,
ramp, but he's taking too much damage.
Yeah, exactly. 29 SCVs have gone down at this point. And I think there's no coming back from this, Valdez.
Yeah. The Widowmine hits the mutas, but I'm not even sure if that was the best target. I feel like taking down all those Banes and maybe some of the Lings would have been a little bit better, but at this point, what does Kier have? Not much. He's got a 3rd CC at least. But Soulkey continuing the pressure. He stayed at 53 drones for a while now. He's finally beginning to add a little bit more. Maybe just try to fully saturate that 3rd base for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a pretty strong economic lead at this point. 3rd base is not going to be going down anytime soon for Kira. He's going to be keeping that in the main base, trying to do damage control, get enough SCVs for that natural.
Yeah. The one thing that Soulkey does have to be careful about is that the upgrades for Kira are very nice right now. +2/+2. It looks like he's also conscious of this fact as well, sending in an Overseer, actually, to stop one of those upgrades.
He gets the attack one as well, so that's very important. It's a nice move. And he's kind of rebuilding that muta count. He did end up losing just about all of his mutas, actually, in that engagement in the natural. And he was left with about 3, so a bit of catch up there, but still. 40 supply lead.
What do you think about the burrow here? He's just going to try to go for Baneling landmines, I guess?
Well, I think it might have been just to deny the third base for a while, but the third base ended up going down, so he couldn't burrow the Ling that was sitting there. I think that was my guess for it. We're going to see actually Soulkey try and be aggressive here, but he's going to wait for Banelings, or at least make some Banelings if he wants it to work. All right, we are going to see some Baneling landmines. Might as well.
Yeah, you've got the burrow already. Let's see if he tries to bait any of these units in. I feel like Kure right now is going to play very defensive. And we see that Soulkey isn't even going to try to go for the bait right now.
I wonder if he's going to go for, this 1-1 timing that he has. He's on equal upgrades for at least a few more, or at least maybe 20 more seconds. The big one is going to be obviously the +2 attack for the Terran. That's not going to be coming out just yet. Still about 50 seconds away. Definitely a window of opportunity here for Soulkey to try and end this game. He's making the Lings for it, but no Banelings on the map just yet.
Looks like he's going to draw the army towards that natural and maybe send in a bit of these Lings towards the third, maybe even morph those into Banelings. That's a bit of a dark move there, actually. Guy who always loves to do that. Oh, 2 Widow Mines out of position. He's able to get 1. And again, he's just drawing that army way, way back, and here come the Lings.
Nice counterattack. There's going to be no surface area for these SCVs to repair that. Going to go down nice and quick, but reinforcements are coming up from the natural.
Forces a pull at least. Nice little drop over here, but Soulkey is more than prepared. Going to totally shut it down. Soulkey just in a great position right now.
Great position and just being, essentially just defensive, securing that 4th base, trying to shut down anything that comes onto the map. Another drop heading looks like to the 3rd base with 4 Widow Mines actually. A pretty dangerous drop there. I'm looking at. I wasn't keeping track of the upgrades for the drilling claws, and I don't think it's been upgraded just yet. Might have been.
I didn't see it.
We'll find out in just a second when this drop comes in.
Yeah. Looks like Soulkey may just go for a gigantic attack right now. Let's see if he's looking here. So Widow Mine's coming in.
All right, no drilling claws, unfortunately. So, oh my goodness. All right, still gets enough drones to make it worth it. He tried to bait out the Widow Mine hit with a Spore Crawler.
Oh, and he pulls everything back.
Yeah, it's going to buy him a lot of time to get back into this game. Oh, very smartly uses those larvae before they get blown up. It's actually a move that you don't want to miss.
Soulkey is like right on top of his game, man. Some pretty incredible play we're seeing out of the Zerg today.
He's just waiting for 2-2 before he decides to commit any further, I think, which is pretty smart because he knows how far behind his upgrades were. But still, I mean, Kure has certainly caught up at this point. He's almost maxed out to the maxed out Soulkey. His economy is booming. His production is at full force. 3-3 on the way, drilling claws on the way. Decent sort of composition going on. There are no Thors just yet.
The 3-3 was a little bit late. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Oh! What a gigantic hit.
Damn.
And it takes Kure totally off guard.
That was one of the bigger hits we've seen from Baneling landmines. And I think
the Widow
everything
Mine
just
hits are not good.
Yeah, not good enough. We could just see the game end, essentially.
He's got so much stuff, man. Even some Banelings rolling in from the mountains on the right side.
I think this might be it, Valdez.
Knocking down the door. The Widow Mine's not able to get any hits, and there is just no defense anymore for Kure. Soulkey's going to do it. 2 3-0s out of 2 fantastic Zerg players today. Really got to hand it to these guys.
Yeah, and still 1 to go as well with Dark versus Trap after this.
GG.
Really solid ZVT.
Oh, boy. Soulkey really impressing me today. Loving this guy's play. But at the same time, Kure, I feel like he wasn't 100% on top of his game. I feel like maybe he was playing at like 80%.
Yeah, I feel you there. He was certainly not on top of it like he was, in Pro League matches we've seen in recent times.
Yeah.
Looking a bit deflated there.
Definitely, man. Deflated balloon.
Essentially, yeah. He's one big balloon.
Looks depressed, man. He's just depressed and tired.
We've seen a lot of sad players on Jino. You notice that? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, man. Kind of weird. Mars managed to dodge it, at least in terms of his play for now.
Well, you just didn't know what he's thinking, man. He's always gonna.
Him and SOS. SOS is just like always happy.
Yeah.
Outside of that.